Hey everybody, welcome to the show today. And what an exciting show it's going to be. So you remember a couple weeks ago when we took retired Ruby out, we were going to do some combining and things were going great. And I said something along the lines of, boy, if you really want your combine to shine, just neglect it for a couple years. I should have kept my big stupid mouth shut. All right, guys, and she's had enough fun in such a way that I'm gonna require another tractor to move it, so let's see if this one will go. Come on. There she goes. All right, we got some rescuing to do here, guys. Hate to say. Get out of here. Alright, I opened the door wide enough. I grab a chain. Now guys, things were going really good. At this point I wish I was stuck, because if I was stuck I could just pull the combine out, you know, go around it or wait a day, but alas, we are not stuck. Alright, so yeah, this poor thing, she's dead in the water right here. And without much warning either. You ever have where you kind of smell a belt and then 2 minutes later, everything goes to hell? Yeah, it happens. Not to worry, we'll fix it. We just ain't gonna fix it today, but when the one belt went, well, I got no drive belt now, so I have to get it out of here. Get the beans that are in the hopper out, drop the header, go get the 4420 and finish working. I was gonna back the truck up, but she's just muddy enough where I thought, one way or another, I'm either at to pull the combine or I'm gonna have to pull the truck, and I don't want to do both of them. So here's where we're at. All right, well, here goes nothing. I'm gonna end up hitting a few beans here regardless, but hey, I got no choice. Truck in the first place, so I know I won't get stuck with the truck, and then I can fire it up and drop the header. Maybe. I think the belts are tied up in there pretty bad, but we'll see. Maybe first things first, I'll get the header dropped. I might have two combines, but I only got one header, so not the worst thing. And look at that. Beautiful weather for a breakdown. But hey, it's all part of the fun of farming, guys. Okay guys, so here we are under the seat. So what has happened? I think there's the big 3 belt that runs the cylinder, and I believe it left the party. And when it left the party, it took the 2 drive belts home with it. They didn't want to go, So they got all wrapped up in the hydraulic pump here. So needless to say, I got a mess. I got a good mess. And I got to get all these out of here because, there we go. I got to get all those out of there because they're kind of holding pressure on, so I can't start it to do anything. So let me see if I can squirm them out of here. All right, well, as fate would have it, I'm gonna have to get something to cut all that out of there. I just can't do it with the tools I brought. So since I'm on dry ground, I think I can go home, get the dump truck, get a knife, leave the chain here so that way when I do get that fired up, I can drop the header down, because you can't drop her down unless it's running. I can just take the truck and drag it back far enough so I can get the 4420 in here and on the head. And maybe I can, I'm not gonna finish tonight, but maybe I can get a little bit more done at least. I mean, I hate to waste a day considering it's gonna, see, it's Monday right now. Tuesday is supposed to be an okay day. Rain Wednesday, rain Thursday, rain Friday. You understand my dilemma here. We got no time. So let me get this unhooked here, go grab the truck and some tools and continue on. I got broke stuff everywhere. All right, let's get this one put away for now. Good enough. I can make adjustments in here later. Hello, Mr. 5010. All right, guys, got some tools. I feel like I'm gonna need one of these. All right, Mr. Grain Hauler, let's do this. Guys, I done got passed by a Prius. Now that's embarrassing. I don't care who you are. That's embarrassing. Well, okay, here we go again. Tools. One hell of a mess. Give me a minute to pick away at this for a minute here, guys, and well, maybe we'll get somewhere yet tonight. I don't know. Yeah. That takes care of you. There. By golly, guys, you know, with a little patience and some kind words, I got everything out of there. The kindest of kind words. Now, I'm going to fire this up and see what happens. Hopefully nothing just runs. Let's say this was an opportunity, guys. You know, opportunity shows itself in weird ways. This was an opportunity for me to put new belts on the old combine. Whether I wanted to do it this minute or not, hey, it's an opportunity. Say, you know, you always got to count your lucky stars when you get one too, because the only belt that's left on, because if you guys are familiar with these, they kind of suck to put belts on under there. The only belt that remained on is the unloading belt for the auger. That's it. belt there. Now that's gonna have to sit there until I can come up with a few of those that are in better shape than those ones. And I guess worst case scenario, I can get one drive belt and get home. But if I got to pull if you're familiar with these, again, you got to pull a hydraulic pump, and you're better off just to change them all while you're in there. So maybe I'll take a run to the Deere dealer in the morning. All right, guys, well, let's shift gears here. So we're, 2 or 3 days beyond where we were. And I tried to take the Cadillac out here and do a little combining yesterday, try to stay ahead of the game. And, well, all I got was muddy. And I mean, yeah, muddy. See, Monday night when they said it won't rain, we got 4/10 overnight. Just what I needed. So, I'm trying to get some stuff done. So I took that out. I got a couple acres off. I made enough to get the dump truck to town and back once. So as we stand right now, I at least made enough money to pay the rent, paid for next year's fertilizer, paid for fuel. So, hey, I'm not out anything. And I can just wait for another month for it to freeze or whatever, get the rest of those beans off in the other field. So I thought what I'd do today, just because it's, well, can you see the rain? Maybe not, I don't know. It's just wet, everything's raining. I recruited a little help to steer the 6600 back home as I'm pulling on it with the 1155. I got some belts, I might as well pull that, get the thing here, work on it next to my barn where I at least have tools, and it beats the hell out of working on it out in the field and having to run back and forth for tools and whatever I forgot. So let's get the tractor out, let's get that thing here. Guys, I can spill the tools on the tractor. All right, here we go, guys. Tow truck to the rescue. Okay, we got subject A hooked to subject B. Got my helper so he can steer, because that's the only thing we can do on that machine. Let's get it rolling.
back every once in a while. But these working conditions, I don't know. Got all kinds of little buddies in here. Now the key is not to take out the road sign or the oncoming car. So let's see how this goes. That was a success. The key is not to get that chain too loose.
All right, so now we're safely at home base. This is what's got to happen. Easy peasy. All you got to do on these combines is just lift the seat up with an unsafe thing or use the rod that they give you, but don't do that. Now, hydraulic pump with all those strings wrapped around the shaft, that's got to go. That little guard, gone. And then just whip the 3-belt right in there and put everything all back together the way it was. Simple. So here we are. Oh, that's a lot of... Yeah, never mind that now. So with a few minutes of time and some kind words, I was able to get most of the string off of here. I'm off to get the pump off anyway. Now, these pumps, guys, they're not that big a deal. Some people get a little bit excited because they're, you know, it ain't that bad. Let me show you. Let me just go ahead and get these bolts off here. There's that bolt. And nut. Okay. Simple. There's the bracketry out of the way. Now, the fun part. All you need, guys, is an impact crescent. Crescent. Impact. The shaft has got a notch on it. You want to tighten this down, and I mean, go buy a new wrench for this if you have to, because you need one that's tight. You can try a 5/8 wrench, but it's not tight enough. It will slip on there. Now here's the trick. Hammer it on that shaft. Uh-oh. Deere. Well, guys, that's just not going to work out for me today. There is another way we can do this. It's going to be a pain in the butt, all the same. But at this point, I don't have much choice. I'm going to have to pull the hoses off the pump, slide that belt over the whole thing. That should be cool. Alright, so I got one hose off. I know I can get the other one. See, guys, and I'm going to say not that long ago, replaced this hose, and had to weld that bracket, so this stuff's all been off of here. And not too awful. And I say within that, but probably within the last 2 years it's been. Guys, this is going to be a lot more of an acrobatic act than I wanted it to get it into, but hey, I got no choice. It has to be done. You guys, like I said, this isn't the way that I would have wanted to go about doing this, but hey, what are you going to do? You find a way, you make a way, or you call John Deere, and well, the third one of those is definitely not an option, so hey, whatever, we'll get it. I think like I could be doing anything else like combining today anyway, and if I was, I'd be using the other machines, so hey, we'll get it. Make my words, we're gonna get it. All right, now for the really fun part. I gotta try and sneak that belt up in here. We haven't even begun to get into the fun stuff yet. Oh. Get up here, you. Okay, now just stuff all that right in there. Oh, get my old knee up here. Don't look at me, look at what's going on. Oh, back underneath the other way. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Let's do this. There. Keep that tight for a few minutes while I put the brackets back on. And that's gonna do it for today, I think. Well guys, there. I got all the brackets back in. The 3-rib belt is in. Got all the broken bolts replaced. I stayed super clean. I mean, no problem. I mean, I can't wait till tomorrow when I get the drive belts and we can just make this whole thing roll. Yeah. All right, guys, so I'm going to check out tonight. Probably going to go and hit up the old Coors store. Maybe grab 1 or 2 of those. Just because I got to celebrate how easy and simple and painless and clean this job was. We'll see you guys in the morning. Hey, want to get something done? All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, we're back for day 2. Still raining. Why wouldn't it be? Got me some new drive belts. So let's sneak those in. Now, here's my plan. So I thought I would take, I'll go up top, get those drive belts slung around those pulleys, get all my hydraulic stuff, lines put all back on. Then I'm gonna come down here and tackle this big guy. Now this thing, guys, if you're not familiar with this unit, you gotta lift that whole thing up a little bit in order to get those belts around this. Then you tighten that bolt to snug it up on the transmission belt. And let me tell you what, that is heavy. And I can't even guess how heavy that is, but I've had to do that once before, and you're not gonna pick that thing up and just sling some belts on it. I promise you that. I mean, maybe you will, and if you do, I want you on my side, not the other guy's side, but that bugger's heavy. So I guess for now, let's do this. I'm gonna crawl up into the great abyss up there and get those belts run around that and get all this put back on, and we'll be done with that part. Down there. there. There you go. Okay, there's that one. There. Okay. All right, fellas, so there's that. I'm going to pull that hose, stick them on the other side of that, shove that down there. I'm going to get all this stuff hooked back up, hook these 2 hydraulic hoses up, and then I'll meet you down below, and we'll get that part done. Okay, that's one obstacle. Okay. Okay. Well, that was a success, and I still have all my appendages. Everything's looking good. Just got to get the drive belt on now, and we might as well just fire this thing up, back it around the corner, and see what happens. Let me button up these few things here, guys, and we're going to do exactly that. All right, now all I got to do is loosen that, get that big guy wrapped back around this pulley, and let's see what else can go wrong. There we go, easy peasy. Get him wrapped around there. Pull that back up, tighten her down. We are golden. Good enough. Tighten these back down. Well, I guess that is what it is. We're going to find out. So guys, I'm going to borrow this from another person, but it just fits right here. If your old lady's going to the gym a lot and you suspect she's probably cheating on you with somebody, before you kick her out, invite him over to help you with this job because, man, it just sucks. Here goes nothing. All right, well, nothing flew out so far. Oh. Gotta dump hydraulic oil in it yet. Whoops. Is it just me? Does it seem like it comes out a lot faster than it goes back in? Maybe it's just me. Okay. All right, guys, let's try this one more time. You keep watch. Make sure the belts don't go flying out. I'm gonna fire it up. Make sure they don't hit me from the seat up. All right, I guess this is the moment of truth. It will move on its own now, so that's good. Let's hit that separator and see what happens. pull it up over there and wait for my 4420 to break so I can put this back to work. So guys, thanks for watching today. That's going to do it for me. I've had plenty of fun. I'm ready for anything else. We'll see you next time.